A sellout crowd on hand to again witness one of the great moments in Nationals history. 0-2 pitch, and a ball hit deep to left. Taylor going back, and Max Scherzer has a no-hitter. Sunday in Milwaukee, he was amazing, and today in D.C., he was almost perfect. The last time a Nat threw a no-hitter, there were a bunch of days off. Well, today, a day after history, it's Father's Day. I miss my girls being that age. They were so much fun. Nice going, Dad. Happy Father's Day to all you great dads out there. You included, my friend.
Thank you. Happy Father's Day.
And I know you just talked to your dad on the phone a few minutes ago, so have a great one, guys. And a day after history. And it's hard not to look back at what happened here yesterday.
What happened here yesterday? Maybe Max Scherzer's last two starts, two of the most dominant starts you'll ever see in baseball. And when you look back at what he did in Milwaukee on June 14th, the 16 strikeout, near perfect game, the bloop single by Carlos Gomez, that more dominant than yesterday. I mean, he did it all by himself in Milwaukee. He really didn't need any help. That's how good he was against the Brewers with the slider fastball combination, everything down and away. So yeah, that was all Max Scherzer in Milwaukee. Yesterday, more of a team effort here at Nats Park with Bryce Harper making a play, Michael Taylor making a play. Jose Tabata just got booed when they announced the lineups. The most boos I've ever heard at Nats Park for a visiting player. So, yeah, the no-hitter was fantastic. Unbelievable day at the ballpark, but it was a total team effort. That was my favorite part about yesterday. Not just Max Scherzer. His teammates were definitely involved.
So look at the last two starts. 57 batters faced. Nobody basically gets on. One hit, one walk, one suspect hit by a pitch. The strikeouts, unbelievable dominance. Two of the great back-to-back games in the history of Major League pitching. Well, not to be lost in all of this, the offense has come alive too. Bryce Harper hit another one yesterday, number 23. He's driven in 55 runs, 347. Yeah, Bryce hitting almost 350 now. Offense, pitching. Let's see if Gio can follow up today.
So much. Happy Mother's Day. I love you so much, Daddy.
That's Grayson and Cruz Desmond. Little brother Ashton was hanging around, but a little too young to take the mic. So Ian's got one more for a full infield. Happy Father's Day, guys. Even if you're wearing some black and gold today, that's okay. We're all gathered together to watch the Nats try to sweep a series against the Bucks. It is a sizzler in the district. Feels like 97 with the heat index. It's 90. And there are some breezes blowing, but the Flags are not doing a whole lot right now. Pirates hitting .254, 10th in the league in runs. Their offense shut down yesterday, and since 2010, a 124 man is Andrew McCutchen. He has struck out 5 times in this series, and the Nats pitchers have him 0 for 7 in the yard this weekend. Oh yeah, Jose Tabata batting in the number 6 spot today. Right now, Gio wants to focus on winning a ball game, FP, and getting his team a sweep.
Well, good teams take 2 out of 3. Great teams sweep. So 3 1/3 last time out for Gio. Not a good outing. 5 runs on 8 hits, 79 pitch effort. He struck out 1 and walked 3 against the Rays in Tampa. Last start, his fastball averaged 91 miles an hour. He had command problems with that pitch. Was a little bit quick early. Remember, we noted how quick his tempo was in the first inning. Kind of evolved into his delivery. So see if he can build on what Max Scherzer did yesterday. Is that possible?
Follow it up somehow.
That's the defense for the Nats. Taylor, Span, Harper, your outfield. Desmond Escobar left side. Espinoza Robinson right side. Jose Lobaton behind the plate. Jose Lobaton giving Wilson Ramos the day off, who I'd say had a good day yesterday.
Yes, he did. Yeah, the catcher has to share in that, as Wilson did last September 28th with Jordan Zimmerman.
Bob Henley with all of the sunblock on.
Max Scherzer, a busy guy since the last out yesterday. Highly sought after. And he's going to sit and relax and try to get Gio through one today. So Josh Harrison, leadoff man, hitting .279. He's been a problem for Gio in his career. 5 for 9 with 2 home runs. And he takes strike 1. And this one is underway at 137. Harrison in the series, 1 for 8 and to the right side. Easy grab, Danny Espinosa. Sean Barber, another young umpire, after Mike Malinsky, who's at third today, had the no-hitter yesterday. The crew chief is Mike Winters at second base, and Mark Wegner, another good veteran guy, over at first. Starling Marte next, and still hitting .310 in June, despite 0 for 7 against the Nationals this weekend. He's 3 for 9 career with a home run against Gio. Gonzalez has pitched against the Pirates 5 previous times, 2-0 with a 3.64 ERA. Danny Espinosa, 2-hopper, 2 outs.
Good sinker right there. A pitch that Gio Gonzalez been using more this year, getting the ground ball outs. So key for him to get strike 1 and lets him get to that curveball as an out pitch.
Next up, Andrew McCutchen. 10 for his last 22 against left-handed pitching. And the Nats have kept him quiet this weekend as well. A big part of beating the Pirates. He's 2 for 10 career with 2 walks against Gio Gonzalez, who comes out throwing strikes. Nats are back in first place, by the way, in case you didn't know it from last night. With everything going on around here, McCutchen jacks one to the left field corner on a hop. Coming into that at bat, he was 0 for 7 with 5 Ks in this series. But that's the real McCutchen that the Nats know so well.
Very short, compact swing right to the baseball. And you see the fastball from Gio Gonzalez on the inner half, and McCutchen looking right in there. Good thing for Gio and the Nats is that didn't have any elevation because it was hit.
Cleanup man now, Jung Ho Gung, who had a base hit here Friday night, 1 for 7 in the series. Only Pirate in the lineup today, facing Gio for the first time. 93 for a strike to the outer half. And then the curveball stays away. That's outside third for a foul where Escobar's playing today.
Yeah, it's so important for Gio early in a start to establish the strike zone period, especially with the fastball. But if he can throw that curveball for a strike early, now as an opposing hitter, you see that rotation, you know he's throwing it in the zone, you have to respect it. That's when he becomes deadly, throwing that curveball for a ball once he's established it as a strike.
1-2 pitch on the hands, and straight back it goes. Gio career 84 and 62. It's his 200th career appearance and his 194th start. Coming off his shortest outing of the year, 3 1/3 at Tampa Bay. And the 1-2, and it stays outside just like the previous 79. It's a great shot. I love that. The whole dugout, eyes on the pitcher, some watching the hitter. 2-2 here. Strike three on a fastball up. The Nats have beaten the Pirates 6 times in a row going back to last year, and that's a good start for Gio with an offense that's been reborn. Baseball on Masson, brought to you by PNC Bank. For the achiever in you. Some catches behind Scherzer yesterday. By Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. And by visitannapolis.org. Find the Chesapeake experience at visitannapolis.org. Right, center, and left all playing beautifully yesterday. And here's the Nats lineup with Bryce Harper batting third. Escobar back in there today. Clint Robinson gets us started first. Jose Lobaton gives Ramos the day off. And Bryce, of course, home run yesterday, a new career high. And a long, long way to go. Denard hitting right-handed pitchers, 356 this year. Here's Charlie Morton.
Well, you saw the sinker right there, 91 on average. 7 shutout innings last start against the White Sox. Gave up just 4 hits, 94 pitch effort. Pirates 3-0 win.
Way inside to span, 1-1. He's the first Pirate since 1990 to start a season with 5 straight wins.
But you see him stepping off and getting a grip on the baseball. His last start in spring training, he threw 3 or 4 off the screen behind hitters. He had off-season hip surgery, so they put him on the disabled list to start the year, but there was some concern that anytime you see a pitcher throw him off the screen, you miss that much.
Denard hits that ball well to left. Marte right to the edge of the track for the first out. And that stat on Morton, first 5 starts. 1990, Neil Heaton, the last Pirate to do it.
I said the defense for the Pirates behind Charlie Morton, Marte, McCutchen, Tabata. The outfield, Mercer, Gung left side, Harrison Hart right side, and Francisco Cervelli behind the plate. When he was introduced with the starting lineups, it's the most boos I've ever heard for a visiting player in Nats Park ever.
It was not pretty. Well, wait till he comes up. He'll bat behind Cervelli, top of the second. Here's Escobar, a little stomach virus. A late scratch yesterday. It had an influence on the Nats defense. And Danny Espinosa on the shift later in the game in short right field would make a spectacular play. That would be the defensive highlight of the no-hitter.
Yeah, Ian Desmond dove across on that one. If he would have gotten the ball, I don't think he would have got up and thrown out Pedro Alvarez in time. It was a great effort by Desmond. Max Scherzer said as much after the game. He said that was his favorite part of that play, watching the effort by his shortstop flying across.
Breaking ball stays inside. Escobar 4th in the league in hits with 79. By the way, the guy hitting behind him, Bryce Harper, has 77 hits now. Left field base hit. So Escobar sits out a day, and so what? Hit number 80.
Well, we found out yesterday it's the first thing you take care of every single game. There goes a no-hitter. And the play you're talking about, Danny Espinosa. And yet, it was Anthony Rendon diving across. Max Scherzer said in the post-game interview about 4 times his favorite play was Ian Desmond. He was so locked in the zone, he thought it was Desmond. But that was Anthony Rendon flying across there.
And that's because the Nats had the shift on against the left-handed batter Alvarez.
And don't forget the play Bryce Harper made in the first inning on Starling Marte yesterday with the bad wheel and all going up against the fence. That was lost in the shuffle of all the great plays, I believe, yesterday.
Yeah. Taylor going to the wall for his pitcher. Bryce Harper. 3rd in batting average at 347. The league's leading hitter is Paul Goldschmidt at 358. D. Gordon's at 352, and then comes Bryce. He's 2 for 4 career with a walk against Morton, and see you later into the right field corner. Second deck, the Nationals lead 2-0. So a new career high, everyone he hits.
That had to be a point to his dad, Ron, on Father's Day. Helmet off. Flow flowing. Homers flying out every single day for Bryce Harper.
One behind Giancarlo Stanton now for the major league lead.
So Charlie Morton not fooling anybody early in this one. Denard Span lined out deep to left field. A base hit by Yunel Escobar, and home run number 24 for Bryce Harper in the upper tank.
Only the second home run Morton's given up this year in nearly 34 innings. Bryce's 39th extra base hit.
Making it look easy.
Clinton Robinson has been efficient lately. Over 8 ball games, 12 hits, 2 homers, 5 RBIs, and 4 walks. Fouls off that curveball right under his hands.
I think the only question with Bryce Harper moving forward is when are teams going to stop pitching to him? When are they going to start giving him the Barry Bonds treatment and making somebody else beat him? I mean, 24 home runs this early in the season. He's shown that he can hit for average, hit for power.
Robinson gashes one to right center, and that ball fooled Jose Tabata. He thought it was going to hook back to him, and it made a left turn, and Robinson has an extra base hit.
We saw him point to his eyes right there. He couldn't see it. He lost that in some white shirts behind home plate. Low line drive, day game, sometimes tough for an outfielder. When you have a lot of white shirts, the ball will blend. And watch him. He starts to go for this. I don't know where the ball is. There it is. And stay hot, Clint Robinson.
That's his 6th double. And Clint now has 9 extra base hits.
Line is moving here in the first.
Next up, Danny Espinosa. Charlie Morton came in with an opponent's batting average of .207 and a .162 ERA.
You know, when we were doing rain delay theater the other night, you asked me how the Nats turned things around. And I said, it's going to take somebody to go out on that hill and have one of those performances where you just say, get me 1 run is all I need. Joe Ross did that in game 1 of this series, and that guy obviously did it in game 2. For me, it always starts with the guy on the mound. You could talk about defense and hitting and everything else, bullpen.
Espinosa on 0-2 swings through 79, 2 outs.
But when you have a staff like the Nats have assembled this year, and that's what they were billed as having the best staff in baseball in the offseason. Guys like that take it on their own shoulders and say, okay, enough is enough. Get me 1 run. That's all I need. And that's what Max Scherzer did. And Joe Ross was extremely impressive in game 1.
Max Scherzer had an extra day of rest going into yesterday. And boy, did he make good use of that. And the way the pitching's lined up for the Atlanta series, Max will have another extra day and will pitch against the Phillies on the road next weekend. That's outside to Lobaton. Jose in his 18th game of the year. And a catcher's stat, this is. His last 12 starts, the Nationals have gone 8-4 with him behind the plate. He's driven in 9 runs. Way inside, 2-0.
When Charlie Morton's behind in the count, he throws the fastball 98% of the time. 98. So if you're 1-0, 2-0, guess what you're getting?
Career record of 41-61. That ball had some sink on it. Pretty nasty 94 on the heater. He's 31 years of age. Some injury problems the last couple of years. Ray Searage, the pitching coach. Clint Hurdle. Their staff, though, still second best ERA in the league at 2.78. But in the first 2 games of the series, the Nationals have scored 10 runs on 22 hits. So make it 12 runs on 25 hits now. Big crowd, and they are still coming down Half Street. Jammed up at the center field gate to get in for game 3 of the series. First 2 games drawing right around 80,000. 2-2 pitch. Lobaton, shot to center, and that's in front of McCutchen. Here comes Robinson. The Nats lead 3-0. Couple of part-time guys, Robinson and Lobaton, team up for a big run.
Step up. The skipper said it after the second game against Tampa. It's time to step up. Doesn't matter who you are. So Clint Robinson with the double. And Jose Lobaton going down and getting that sinker. That's not a bad pitch from Charlie Morton. Lobaton with a good swing. And the fact that Andrew McCutchen had to stay back on this ball, watch him. He had to sit on it because of the hop. That allowed Bob Henley to wave Clint Robinson and make it a 3-0 game. Jose Lobaton fired up. Dugout fired up. Nats ready to play.
And they will send at least 7 men to the plate here in the first inning.
Yeah, long way to go in this one, but I saw something before this series. June 3rd, the last time the Pirates played a team with a winning record, it was the last game against the Giants. The streak they had, they've been playing so well, not against winning ball clubs. This is the first club they played with a winning record since then.
Yeah, they had the Phillies. Then they had a home-and-home with the White Sox. They had just wrapped up a series with Atlanta. And now Ian Desmond gets jammed and drops one into right field. So first and third, and now at least 8 Nats will bat in the first.
And Jose Lobaton getting it coming around second base. Ian Desmond with a much-needed knock going the other way. And once again, the shifts by the Pirates. So good inside-out swing. Ian Desmond using that hole created by Jose Lobaton. And look at Jose hustling. That ball checked up nicely for Ian Desmond. There's a lot of guys in the U.S. Open today that would love that shot.
Here's Taylor. Late double, a run scored yesterday. He's been on base 18 of his last 21 games, and Ian Desmond steals second base.
A good jump by Ian Desmond. You're wondering if they're going to pitch to Michael Taylor now with Gio Gonzalez on deck, but you like the aggressive nature and the fact that Charlie Morton just threw strike one, a good thing for the Nats because they might try to go after Taylor.
They do pitch to Taylor, and that's trouble for the Pirates. That is a base hit, and it's 4-0. Lobaton home, Taylor to first, Desmond to third.
Line moving, 9 hitters in the first inning for the Nats. Gio Gonzalez getting at bat here in the bottom of the first, and Michael Taylor with the swing and bunt. Beautiful thing. Look at Lobaton hustling through the plate. You never know if Gung's going to flip this ball to home. I've seen third basemen do this when they're playing in for the bunt, just flip it to home for the out. But if Lobaton wasn't hustling, Gung could have done that. Jose hustling from first to third and hustling third to home right there. Got him a run. That was big. If you're just trotting watching that play, it gives the third baseman another option.
The Nats have their second 4-run inning of this series. Yesterday they did it in the 6th. Gio looking for his first base hit of the year. And Taylor could be doing something at first base. He's 7 of 9. Three consecutive hits from the bottom of the order here. That ball gets away. It's 5-0. Taylor wants to go to third.
Why in the world the Pirates are throwing to first base with the pitcher hitting is beyond me. There's really no need to throw over right there because the out should be at the plate. Gio Gonzalez doesn't have a hit yet this year. So maybe the fact that Ian Desmond stole second base with 2 outs got Morton thinking about Michael Taylor, but there's no percentage in a pickoff throw right there. You should be concentrating on getting Gio Gonzalez out. Not a smart play.
Gio still waiting for the first pitch to him, and he'll take it for a strike.
Five-run first and counting.
The Nats are 6 out of 8. And that one hits Cervelli. No balls, 2 strikes. We usually don't do our top of the hour reset in the first inning, but today we do. Into the 2 o'clock hour, the Nats are all over the Pirates here. 5 runs, 6 hits, a steal, an error, and Gio with an 0-2 now. Cervelli was walking to the dugout, and Sean Barber says, come on back.
Well, that's a big-time show-up of Sean Barber right there. Cervelli thought it was a strike. Took a couple steps to his dugout, and what did pitch track think? He's outside.
Nissan tracking it. Gio, base hit, and it's 6-0. His first hit of the year, his first RBI. He's going to end up at second base.
Jose Tabata having some adventures in right field early in this game. First, the line drive by Clint Robinson that got by him, and now Gio Gonzalez putting one into play. Little inside-out swing just inside the line, and the ball kicks around a little bit and allows Gio Gonzalez to get to second. He was going to stop, so that could be a single in an area, or they could just give it a straight double. But that wasn't played well by the Pirates right fielder.
Top of the order, Denard Span, and he hit a fly ball to left, hit it pretty well to start off the ball game. They still have 1 error on the board, so they've given Gio a double on that.
And who started this whole rally? Denard Span with the line out to left.
But he took a good hack, and then a bunch of guys since have done just that.
Lurking.
6-0. Breaking ball comes around into the zone, 1-1. Denard 3 for 9 career against Charlie Morton with a double.
What a difference a few days make. A lot of people around town talking, uh-oh, the Pirates are coming into town. They've won 8 straight. Nat's not playing well. This could be a long weekend. Matt Williams is extremely happy right now, trust me.
Three and 1 now to Span. And this is a 34 pitch first inning for Charlie Morton. Gio 12 pitches, 9 strikes in the top of the first. Span a tapper. Take it easy over there, Gio.
Everybody hustling. There can be a tendency when you've won the first 2 games in the series and an off day coming to take a couple of days off. Not the case here for the Nationals early.
Three and 2 to Span. And he walks Denard Span, does Charlie Morton. So Denard didn't want to be that guy to make the first and the last out. And now Escobar gets another AB. And he's batting around .340 against right-handed pitchers now with his base hit first time around. He'll be the 11th national to bat here.
I'm pretty sure this is the most the line has moved this year, unofficially.
Well, the Harper blast kind of relaxed everybody, and they've been swinging great. Escobar got that hit through the shortstop hole. Bryce just a no-doubter right after that. And now 4 runs later, it's up and into Escobar. And they are moving around in the Pirate bullpen in the first inning. Charlie Morton not very close on his last 3 or 4 pitches.
I mean, he can lose it. And we talked to Pirates people, the reason he's been so good this year is he's been throwing strikes. In the past, he's had an inning or 2 where the wheels kind of come off and he can't throw strikes. That hasn't been the case yet this year, but you're seeing it here today early.
Vance Worley throwing, and he pitched the last 2 innings for the Pirates yesterday. Escobar on 2-0. Inside edge. Sean Barber took a long look at it.
So did Unell, and you saw the reaction. What does Pitch Track say?
Not even close. Wow.
Yeah, Unell in pull mode all the way right there. Ahead 2-1. Still talking about the 2-0 pitch.
That breaking ball was hanging a bit. Escobar tried not to pull off it. Right off the end of the barrel. Nats right now on a 2-2 homestand after losing a couple to the Rays. And then after this, 3 more to come against Atlanta. They'll be here Tuesday. 2-2. He pulls it. If it's fair, it's gone. It is both. The Nationals lead 9-0.
Well, he missed the hanger the pitch before. He got the same pitch and did not. I repeat, did not miss that one.
11 batters, 9 runs, and Charlie Morton is done. 9 earned runs, getting 2 outs. .43 pitches, 30 strikes in the first inning. And he will not pitch to Bryce Harper.
Same pitch he just fouled off. This one backs up a little bit, and you could tell he was in pull mode the whole at bat. That one on the inner half, and Charlie Morton can't believe the day he's had here in D.C.
8 runs on 9 hits. Vance Worley into the game, and the Pittsburgh Pirates are shocked. It's a new record for the Nationals in a first inning with 9 runs. And shall we say the inning's not quite over yet. Nance Worley into the game. As I mentioned, pitched 2 frames here to finish it out for the Pirates yesterday.
Yeah, fastball 88. He'll cut the fastball at 84. And that's really all he features. He throws the curveball at 4%, the changeup at 1%. So fastball cutter.
Pardon me. Starling Marte made a great play to take a hit away from Harper against Worley in left field yesterday. That's, of course, no Worley from his days as a starter with the Phillies. And Harper will take that breaking ball and pull it foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Worley's best season in Philadelphia, 11-3 in 2011 when he made 21 starts. Had a 3 ERA. Little success with Philadelphia and Minnesota since. Although he did go 8-4 for the Pirates in 18 games, 17 starts last year. Two to Bryce. In there. Harper took it. First inning over at 2:12 after the game started at 1:37. So Bryson, no doubter, down the line. 2-0 lead. And then Escobar caps off the 9-run inning with 1 down the line in left. A record-setting frame for the Nats.
Setting, and we're going to go back to yesterday. And there's a lot of people that think that was a reaction play, that he leaned into that just as a reflex. But watch the body language. He's showing home plate umpire Mike Machlinski that it hit him, and he's happy about it. So, yeah, he might have flinched into that ball, but if you have any kind of knowledge of the game and you feel bad about it, you're kind of throwing your hands in the air and looking up to the sky like, oh, I can't believe I just did that. The fact that he showed the umpire where he got hit and was proud to go to first base tells me that that was more than just a reaction play. Because I know as a guy that got hit by a lot of pitches, in that situation, if I just reacted to it and I realized what I had just done, down 6-0, I would have had some body language that would have shown that, oh my gosh, I can't believe I just did that in a perfect game. You didn't see that with Tabata, so that's why I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Top of the second, Francisco Cervelli. Well, here comes the first out, and get ready to hear this.
Jose Tabata.
No Atlanta Brave has ever heard that. No New York Met has ever heard that.
Not even A-Rod when he was here heard that.
Yeah. Ground ball to third. Escobar has it. 2 down. They're not done yet. Well done, Nats fans. And for those of you booing at home in your living room and we couldn't hear you, well done on your part, too. All right, here's Corey Hart. Great thing is, Gio just went ahead and got him out. 2 outs in the inning.
And I don't care who you are, even if you're a Pirates fan yesterday, you're losing that game 6-0. People want to see a perfect game. There was Pirates fans on their way out of the ballpark yesterday that were upset that they didn't see a perfect game. Another tapper, Escobar, bare hand.
And Gio Gonzalez has retired. 6 of his first 7. 9-0. Happy Father's Day so far, huh?
As we head bottom 2 at Nationals Park. Among the 40,000 plus on hand yesterday for Max Scherzer's no-hitter, Brad and Jan Scherzer, Max's parents. This was only the second time all season that they've seen Max pitch in person. Opening day was the first time, and they were here in section 121 cheering him on. They weren't originally planning to be here at all. July 4th was going to be their weekend to come visit, but that was canceled due to a scheduling conflict. Max's mom told me she doesn't typically get too nervous when her son is on the mound. She's pretty put together, but yesterday was obviously different. She was wound pretty tight the last couple innings. And talk about a cool early Father's Day present, guys. Max delivering a no-no for his dad in the stands.
Amazing.
Well, I'm glad she was put together because I was a mess.
Coons.com sideline report with Dan. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. And here at Masson, we're starting a collection. We're calling it Threads for Dan. He told me he soaked his suit in ice water all night. Not sure whether there will be a recovery or not.
How much money would the Nats save in champagne should they go to the playoffs this year using chocolate syrup instead? Maybe that clubhouse.
Yeah, but it might ruin all the washing machines. 0-2. Fastball up. And the ball hit out there by Clint Robinson. And that was the third baseman taking care of that. Jung Ho Kang out there on the shift.
On the last out yesterday, fantastic call by my partner. Deep fly ball to left, and watch the reaction. He starts laughing before Michael Taylor catches it. And he said he'd be lying if he didn't want the perfect game, but I guess you settle for a no-hitter?
Yeah, he didn't settle for anything.
But those are two of the most unbelievable pitching performances I've seen back-to-back ever.
Yeah.
And I played with Pedro for 3 years. Nothing compares.
Danny Espinosa struck out swinging first time up. Into right center. Trouble for the Pirates. And then sliding in, unable to corral it, Jose Tabata. His third adventure in the outfield. That was a very difficult play. That would have been spectacular had he caught it. And Danny Espinosa gets his first knock.
Danny Espinosa getting in the hit column. Good effort by Jose Tabata. Tried to make the sliding catch. Ball just doesn't lodge in his glove. And Espinosa with the 9th hit for the Nationals today.
So everybody has one except for Denard Span, who has walked and scored. Jose Lobaton, not to be forgotten, his base hit made it 3-0 with 2 outs after the Harper homer.
His hustle home, his hustle first to third.
I mean, the Nats scored 6 more runs after Jose got that big hit. And he's trying to drop one into left. Everything falling for the Nats here. 2 on, 1 out. Ian Desmond next.
I'll tell you what, these days don't come along very often if you're a hitter, and you have to be greedy. I mean, there's going to be days when you get 2 hits as a ball club. But on days like today, when you have 9 runs on 10 hits after an inning and a third, if you're in a red uni, you got to be greedy. And you got to get yours without showing the other team up, because there's a long way to go in this game.
Sure. 10 hits. Ian Desmond got jammed, fought one off, and he dropped one into right field for a base hit, then stole second. And a strike from Worley.
Rick Shue, happiest man in America. Happy Father's Day. It's a great dad.
Yeah. And Desmond gets under one to center. Andrew McCutchen, who has not made one error this year. 2 outs.
Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one or 100, to look forward to Miller time later in today's game, and is brought to you by Miller Lite.
Michael A. Taylor, infield hit down the third baseline, first time up. He's now been on base 19 of his last 22 games. Batting average in danger of 200 about a week ago, and now he's at 241.
You know what he's doing? He's taking that left field thing and saying, I want to play. The play he made in Tampa up against the wall.
Sure.
The 2 plays he's made in this series. In the Joe Ross start that probably saved a few runs, and then yesterday to preserve the no-hitter. He's telling his skipper, I'm your left fielder.
He's been hitting with runners in scoring position, and he's doing this offensive thing, FP, while batting 8th. And you and I have talked about this for years, how tough that is, especially for a young player in this league.
Well, it's tough because you get a lot of off speed, and Michael Taylor is a good fastball hitter. So when you're hitting 8th, you're going to get all kinds of sliders and curveballs and changeups, try to get you to chase. With the pitcher on deck, you have no protection behind you. It's a tough place to hit in general, especially if you don't love the off speed.
And a 1-2 pitch into right. It is falling, and Tabata will hold on to that one. He'll make a great play and get a few boos, but that was a good one. And the Nats strand their first 2 runners. They are all over the Pirates pitching staff here. wear your Virginia or Virginia Tech colors. With a special ticket purchase, you can receive a tailgate chair from either school while supplies last. To check it out and to find out about that special ticket information, go to nationals.com/college rivalry day. Braves will be in for the second game of a 3-game series. And right now, everybody having a good time.
Except for her.
Yeah, she's trying to punch out Dad. Come on.
It's Father's Day. Leave Dad alone.
Yeah.
Hugs, kisses. Who's hot, who's not? Fewest hits allowed in back-to-back complete games. How about that one?
Johnny Vandermeer had back-to-back no-hitters for the Reds. Back in '38, he walked 3 in the first game, 8 in the second game. And there's another note on that second game. The Reds were on the road against the Brooklyn Dodgers. It was the first ever night game at Ebbets Field. So who knew if the players could even see the ball? I mean, who knew what lights were like back then? So not to take anything away from 2 no-hitters, but Max Scherzer, total domination in the strikeout to walk department. It's really something. 11 walks, 2 no-hitters in a row.
Not to take anything away from 2 no-hitters, but the lights really were horrible.
Well,
and nobody could see it.
We don't know that. We're suspecting.
There's the battery.
Yeah. Last September, it was Ramos and Zimmerman, the only 2 starters left on the field. We'll try to find somebody who was Ebbets Field that night and tell us about the lights. I think Johnny was somewhere with the Senators that night. This is top of the 3rd, Jordy Mercer. And Gio walks him. Second Pirates base runner, McCutcheon's double in the first with 2 outs was their only hit. Ramos will come out, and a quick visit from Escobar from third. And Vance Worley will be the hitter. Worley has started 7 games this year. He's 2-4 with a .386 ERA, and he can hack a bit. He's 3 for 13 with the bat. And the bunt attempt, straight back it goes. Nine nothing Nationals, top of the 3rd inning. .90 with the heater, strike 2.
That's where I always like the high fastball on the 0-2 count to a pitcher that's bunting. You know, throw it up around the letters or above and see if he offers. If he does make contact with it, he pops it up. Oftentimes pitchers won't pull back on the high pitch. Looks like he might be swinging though. No.
Pretty bad stab at a bunt attempt on a pitch outside. Gio's second strikeout, first out here in the 3rd. So first time through the lineup, the Pirates go 1 for 8 with a base on balls.
Time for Toyota Case for Kids. The Washington area Toyota dealers want to help children and their families by making a donation of $37 to the Children's Inn at Anaheim for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season.
So Gio this year, 70 strikeouts, 32 walks. .77 innings of work. Josh Harrison hit a soft liner to Danny Espinosa at second to start the game. And a high drive, well hit, deep left center, and Denard Span is going to grab it and turn and throw from right in front of the track. 2 outs.
Well, you see what Denard Span did there at the end. He was deep enough to turn around and square himself up to the infield, which you always see him do. The reason he stays at an angle right here is to create an angle for the sun. So he's seeing the ball just the way he is. And he's thinking, if I square up back toward the infield right here, I might lose the ball in the sun. So he kept the same angle, caught it over the shoulder. That could have been a lot harder if he turned around. It's a nice play.
Starling Marte takes a strike. He hit a bouncer to Espinosa first time up. And the count 1-1. Andrew McCutchen, after going 0 for 7, rocked one to left his first time up.
I think our speakers just caught him saying hi to a little kid in the front row. Did you hear that?
Very cool. To short, 2 hops. Ian Desmond to Espinosa. And Gio Gonzalez, following up the shutout pitching of yesterday, has 3-0 innings here.
First inning, Bryce Harper with home run number 24 after a Yunel Escobar single made it 2-0. Couple more RBI for Bryce. Nice souvenir. And Yunel Escobar, the 11th hitter in the inning, hits his 4th home run, a 3-run job to make it 9-0 Nationals. And yeah, that is a game changer, you know. And so was that first inning.
Here come the Nats, bottom of the 3rd. Going up hacking, Gio Gonzalez already 1 for 1 today. With his first hit of the year and his 8th career RBI.
That might be the first foul ball of the year.
You can get back in the booth now.
He crushed that one. Shot. It's coming this way. Here comes another one. He's hitting 1,000 in cricket.
Hey, by the way, that was the Nats' biggest inning since Memorial Day of 2010 at Houston. Umpire Bill Hahn threw Roy Oswalt out of the game in the 3rd inning. And the Nats would, after having an early lead, have a 9-run 7th inning and beat Houston 14-4. That was their biggest first inning ever. So Gio's gone. That's okay. Go get some shade, get some rest, hydrate. And for Vance Worley, his 2nd strikeout.
Celebrate U.S. Army Day, delivered by UPS at Nats Park. Nats take on the Braves Thursday, June 25th, 4:05 start. Representatives from the U.S. Army will participate in pregame ceremonies and will be honored as special guests for the salute to service. Go to nationals.com to purchase your tickets right now.
Just enough of a breeze to give a little relief in the ballpark. It is a sizzler in the district today. Denard has hit a deep fly ball to left, walked and scored. Wants to join the hit parade. Everybody else in the lineup has one.
Well, you talk about Gio getting off his feet and getting into some shade. Max Scherzer talked about it after the game, how big that 6th inning was for him when the Nats scored 4 runs yesterday and sent 9 hitters to the plate. They got him in the AC. He said he needed it. He was huffing and puffing out there. It was a hot day, and that, he said, was the key to his no-hitter.
Yeah, you give that guy a little bit of a respite, and he will finish it. It's pretty amazing that Scherzer had 1 complete game in his career until 1 week ago today.
Staying cool.
Yeah. The Sheik with us today. 3-0 to Span, and Denard takes it right in there from Vance Worley. Denard still on a 7-game hitting streak. 11 for his last 30. He's hit safely in 12 out of 14. Hard hit right side, Josh Harrison. 2 down. For the achiever in you, PNC Bank, with our minor league report, and some accolades are rolling in for some of our minor league guys. First of all, High A Potomac going to the Carolina League All-Star Game. Spencer Keyboom, the catcher, Nick Pivetta, and manager Trip Keister. Well done, Trip. And then Hagerstown, just kind of a slight level below, De Bruin, Van Orden, Austin Williams. Congratulations, guys. Carolina League and South Atlantic League All-Star teams. Often called the Sally League, the South Atlantic. Here's Escobar. He's the one Nat, along with Lobatone. Now 2 of them with 2 hits today. So Escobar muscles up every once in a while. 4 home runs on the year, and his RBI total jumped up to 26. His 81 hits are the 4th most in the league. And this one to right for Jose Tabata. And that's it for the Nats in the 3rd. To the middle innings we go, and none too soon for the Bucks. Every day, it's our DynCorp International Troop Recognition, brought to you by DynCorp International. We serve today for a better tomorrow. And our applause for those who serve every day, day after day. Here we go to the top of the 4th inning, 3-4-5 for the Pirates. McCutchen, who has a double, Gung, who has struck out, and Cervelli, who has grounded out. First 3 innings for Gio. 3 of his most efficient of the year, 32 pitches, 21 strikes. And he's ahead of McCutchen, who's 1 for 8 in this series.
Fastball in for the double his first time up. Gio Gonzalez starts him with a curve.
There goes the bat right into the camera well at the end of the Pirates dugout.
Curveball, changeup, way out in front. It's a pretty good toss if you're into distance.
And the 0-2. McCutchen, 8 home runs, 42 RBIs.
Attitude. Start him early. Love it. Hydrate. Making me dizzy.
The curveball was caroming around all over the place.
Sean Barber appreciating the effort by Jose Lobaton to save him right there in the bouncer.
Three and two. McCutchen leads off the fourth. And Gio misses low, his second walk. By the way, Matt Harvey and Julio Teheran later at Atlanta. That's an unusual 5:05 start time on this Sunday. The Nationals, of course, took care of their business yesterday. The Mets have lost 4 in a row. So Washington back on top by a half game in the East.
Braves love those late starts on getaway day, don't they?
They don't do any favors for visiting teams. Braves are 34 and 35 and just 2 games back of the Nats. Washington will see Alex Wood and Shelby Miller in the first 2 games of that series, Tuesday, Wednesday. And the Nats have beaten Atlanta 5 out of 6 this year. 1 ball, 1 strike to Gung, who struck out swinging against Gio, with McCutchen at second, ending the first inning. He has bounced into 2 double plays. That's a good curveball, 77, dropping right in.
You throw a curveball for a strike, maybe you throw another one right here, a little bit shorter, bounce it, see if Gung will chase, especially ahead 1-2.
Swing and a miss. For that. Gio with 92 in his 3rd strikeout.
Well, off the curveball, Gung's thinking, here comes another curveball. Comes out of Gio Gonzalez's hands high. And by the time he realizes it's a fastball, he can't catch up. Good sequence right there between Lobaton and Gio.
And Gio, a strike thrower today. Here's Francisco Cervelli, who led off that quick second inning when all 3 batters bounced out trying to pull to Escobar. To short. Desmond Espinosa, 6-4-3, and Gio can go get some more shade on a hot Sunday afternoon. Working with a big lead and handling it beautifully, the Nats turn their 59th of the year. Last double play, but plenty of it here as the Pierogies are going to try to go the distance in the Geico President's race. Abe's out ahead. Look out. Oh, and he's going to taunt. He's going to taunt the Pierogies and back in. Abe wins it. And the records are intact. The Presidents have never won a race at PNC, and the Pierogies have never won at Nationals Park.
That's a long way to drive to lose for both of those guys.
It is.
Is it 4.5 hours? Something like that?
They load the Pierogies up in the coolers and send them back to the Berg.
And for the Presidents, too, when they go to Pittsburgh. And that's a lot of time with those huge heads out the convertible. Lots of bugs in the face just to lose for 3 games. I don't know. I don't think I'd do it.
Here's Bryce Harper. Started, stopped, ball 1. First batter Worley faced 3 innings ago. He's come in, gotten 7 outs, giving up a couple of hits. And Gio was ducking on that one, bouncing into the Nats dugout.
The blue Father's Day gloves on. I like them. Going double batting gloves. Humid day, trying to keep that grip probably.
So 14 home runs here, 10 on the road, 31 RBIs here, 26 on the road. So Bryce, doesn't matter what yard he's in, doing plenty of damage this year. In there, called out on strikes again, and having some serious words with Sean Barber.
Now not the time to argue when you're up 9-0. You don't want to wake up a sleeping dog. And see the curveball from Vance Worley. Good frame by Cervelli. Pitch track liked it. Pitch track also likes the low pitch. And we know Bryce Harper's established that he knows the strike zone, but that pitch looked pretty good.
Next up is Clint Robinson. Doubled first time up, bounced up the middle to the third baseman. As the Pirates continue to move their infield all over the diamond against various hitters. He went. And a 2-2 to Clint, close and inside.
Vance Worley thought that was strike 3. He had a little walk going right there. Pretty good pitch.
And Robinson trying to extend, can't reach it. 2 down. Vance Worley pitching well.
Don't miss the Sunday, July 5th game between your Washington Nationals and the San Francisco Giants. ESPN's taking that game. Sunday Night Baseball game will start at 8:08 p.m. So mark that down on your Nats schedule. Go to nationals.com to purchase your tickets today. I'll be in the stands with you for that one. Somewhere.
Danny Espinosa 1 for 2. Base hit to right center last time up. Third hit of the series. Worley's been working him under the hands. He continues to pitch well. Strikes out the side in the fourth, and to the fifth inning, it's 9-0 Washington.
Park. Got some good news to pass along on Steven Strasburg. Through a bullpen session yesterday here at Nats Park, and barring any type of physical setback, scheduled to slot back into the Nationals rotation early this week as he comes back from that trap issue. Now, what that means is that Joe Ross, who has pitched so well for this Nationals ball club in 3 starts, is probably going to be bumped out of a spot in the rotation. Matt Williams said Joe Ross has opened some eyes, seriously opened some eyes. It's tough to move him out of that starting rotation given how well he's pitched. But with Strasburg back, with Doug Fister back, they need spots for those guys. So Joe Ross will be bumped out. A 2.66 ERA, guys, 26 strikeouts, and 2 walks for the 22-year-old.
Wow, Dan, the fans really didn't like that report. I thought it was pretty good. But, I mean, they're letting you have it.
Dan, don't do a beginning of the inning report when Jose Tabata is coming up. Come on.
That was all for Dan.
They wouldn't do that to our Dan. Tabata ground ball, 5-3 first time. But Dan mentioned early in the week, and just in case you're thinking about slotting Strasburg somewhere, it is TBA for Tuesday night starter against Alex Wood and the Braves. Jordan Zimmerman goes Wednesday, and then Doug Fister Thursday. Nothing doing nothing to ease the Nats' dislike of what Jose Tabata did yesterday. That's a strike, and it's 2-1. Tabata a couple of years ago was still considered a pretty good prospect for the Pirates. Played just 80 games last year, hit .282. And that's to Danny Espinosa. By the way, nothing to jinx here. Gio is working on a one-hitter. McCutcheon's double back in the first, a couple of walks since then. One of those rubbed out on the double play. And now Corey Hart with Jordy Mercer. Corey Hart has been in Seattle and the minor leagues since we last saw him with the Brewers in 2012. Didn't play in 13 because of knee surgery. He used to be one of the better sluggers in this league. Gio wants to get it, and then did he tag him? He did. And Hart must have felt it because he does not argue. And what a quick athletic play by Gio Gonzalez.
Sure was. A little squibber up the line. Gio getting over there quick, and the only play he has is to tag Corey Hart. No way he can get it to the base, and I think he trips him up by tagging him in the foot.
He did.
Nice play by Gio Gonzalez.
Jordy Mercer, who walked first time up, is the next hitter.
You talk about not jinxing things. I've gotten more practice this year and not saying no hitter in perfect game than I've had in 5 years here, and trying to think of clever ways not to say it.
Yes,
12 down.
Certain rules did kick in the booth about the 4th and 5th innings yesterday.
15 up, 15 down. They haven't had a base runner yet.
That ball hooking foul.
Scherzer really looks good today, Bob.
Efficient, untouched.
He's having a good day.
People at home don't know this, but
we stress out.
Broadcasters have their own handbook on words we can use not to describe certain things.
We stress out. And the hard part is in a perfect game, if somebody's tuned in the 4th, you have to let them know that there's been no base runners.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Gio Gonzalez is working on a one-hitter. I hope I don't jinx the two-hitter. We'd certainly settle for that. Nine-run first inning, the biggest ever in the first for the Nationals, and tying their largest inning ever at 9. So the next 5. Tuesday is at Strasburg. Wednesday, it is Zimmerman. Thursday, it is Pfister. Friday, you figure Max Scherzer. I don't know if they'd want him to have a week off in between starts. And that'll be at Philadelphia against the Phillies, who have the worst record in baseball right now. Here we go, bottom of the 5th with Jose Lobaton, 2 for 2. RBI hit up the middle. And then a flare to left that dropped. And Jose's batting average goes from $196 to $224.
Phillies 16 and 19 at home, however, so it's the road that's been killing. They're 7 and 28.
And the Nats had to scramble to salvage a game in Philadelphia. An extra inning win, their first time up there. Right before we went to Boston, first road trip. 3-0 to Lobaton. And a strike call to the outer edge. Phillies are handling Michael Wacha right now and have a 5-1 lead against St. Louis. The Pirates, thanks to the Nats, have fallen 6 games out in the Central, and the Cubs are 8 games back. And Lobatone's on for the 3rd time.
National summer camps offer boys and girls ages 5 through 13 the ultimate major league experience with 1 and 2 week sessions in convenient locations around the D.C. area. All campers receive a professional instruction, a meet and greet with the current Nats player, full Nationals uniform, and much more. All right, you get a uni. Space is filling up, so be sure to enroll your child now at nationals.com/camps. Way to go, Lefty, bring the pick of the game. I think one of those camps is at Crystal Lake, if I'm not mistaken.
On the hands of Ian Desmond, Jose Tabata. First out, 5th inning. Topper shut and WUSA 9's First Alert Weather, the only weather forecast that gives you the 3-degree guarantee. Get the area's most accurate forecast, First Alert Weather, only on WUSA 9 News. Great Sunday so far. Right now, the folks basking in the shade. Little relief for those out in the grandstand. This ball popped up and Cervelli under it. And a 1-pitch out. Michael A. Taylor, 5th inning. Gio's next. And he'll be out on deck right now, and here he comes. Gio, by the way, 54 pitches in 5 innings, 33 strikes.
Looks like the at-bat might have snuck up on Gio. Trying to get his thumb guard there, last thing going. Batting gloves on.
Right now, Vance Worley is the hero of the Pittsburgh pitching staff and bullpen. He's taken a game where he came in with 2 outs in the 1st inning, and he's trying to put an end to the 5th inning. Archimedes Caminero warming up, so this will probably be it for Worley. Well, it should be. He's due to lead off in the 6th. But he's given the Nats only 2 hits and a walk. Strike 2. Good eye by Gio, 2-2.
Pretty good pitch. Throwing that cutter away from Gio Gonzalez. Mercedes, what did you think?
Gio Gonzalez guides one up the middle. And from behind second base, Jordy Mercer throws him out. The Nats have stranded only 3. They got 9 in the 1st. To the 6th inning, this one goes.
Summary brought to you by Mercedes-Benz of Arlington, Mercedes-Benz of Alexandria. 9-0 as this one heads to the top of the 6th inning. The story, the 9-run first. But then Gio Gonzalez sneaking into the storyline as well. 5 innings. He's done a nice job giving up just 1 hit to the Pirates. The sinker's been good. He's been working ahead. Curveball changeup combination to go with the sinker have been very effective. So you hit in the first inning, you get 9 runs. A little bit relaxed, Gio Gonzalez. We saw he was working real fast his last start in Tampa. Everything nice and slow, under control. Then he's swinging the bat. Little inside-out job. A double in the first to keep the line moving as the Nats would send 12 hitters to the plate in the first inning.
Well, good to see a smile on Gio's face. Coming off one of his worst outings ever last time out when he couldn't get out of the 4th inning. And he's been fantastic this afternoon. On a hot day with a little bit of shade right now, he'll face Neil Walker, the pinch hitter, and then Josh Harrison followed by Starling Marte. 9-1-2 for the Pirates, top 6. And we've seen him pitch some low-hit games in his career. He was within inches of a no-no in New York a couple of years ago. So here's Neil Walker, a switch-hitting infielder who we haven't really seen bat right-handed much over the years. He's 5 for 35 from this side of the plate. And Walker, the 29-year-old switch hitter, Pittsburgh native. Is 0 for 3 this year as a pinch hitter. He's 1 for 4. Pirates have their second base hit. So in this series, they've had 8 hits in 23 innings at the plate. And they got their only run of this series in the 2nd inning on a Gregory Polanco single Friday night. 2nd inning. And Gio misses low, 2-0.
Pretty good pick by Jose Lobaton.
Antonio Bastardo. They were warming up. Archimedes Caminero. And a drive up the middle. Josh Harrison's 2nd hit in 11 at-bats in this series. 2 on, nobody out.
He's hit the ball better than 2 for 11, though. Some hard line drives to right field. You remember Bryce Harper making the nice play yesterday. And he hit that one pretty deep to left field to end that no-hitter.
And Taylor caught his ball right at the top of the fence Friday night out there. The behind-the-head catch. So here's Marte, who's hit a pair of grounders today. 1 to second and 1 to short. .85, a swing and a miss. Jammed in. Desmond smoothly to Espinosa for the 6-4 to get the middle base runner. Walker to third, Marte aboard, 1 out.
Well, you're wondering if Ian Desmond was going to go the short way to third base, but he did a nice job of getting in front of that baseball and flipping it to Danny Espinosa.
Yeah, I had the same thought watching that play develop.
But a good off-balance feed, good footwork to get in front of that baseball and set up the throw. And now Gio Gonzalez 1 good pitch away, although Andrew McCutchen can fly. He's a tough guy to double up.
This is the first time in this series McCutchen bats with anybody on base. And Jose Lobaton took the brunt of that.
think that was right above his shin guard. Maybe on the right quad above the knee. Or the forearm. See if it gets him in the arm. Yeah, right on his sweatband.
Oh, 0-1 to McCutchen. He's driven in 42 runs this year. That's in the top 10 in the league. Career against Gio, he's 3 for 11 with 3 walks. Target away. Ball 2. McCutchen couldn't pull the trigger. Counts even.
Good changeup by Gio. He's looking for that ground ball, so he's really fighting to throw strikes at the bottom of the strike zone. Perfect location on 2-1 pitch. Threw a 2-1 changeup. Does he throw a 3-2 changeup?
Three-two with 1 out. McCutchen swings and misses. He gave him the hook on 3-2. Gio Gonzalez, best pitch of the day, his 4th strikeout.
Yeah, you called it. That was his best pitch of the day. Nasty curveball right here to Andrew McCutchen. He's thinking fastball. And Gio really out in front. Look at the rotation, the spin he's putting on that curveball. Lots of late break. And McCutchen right over the top of the nasty curveball from Gio.
And Andrew McCutchen now, after all those years of punishing the Nats, is now 4 for his last 35 against Washington pitching. One of the reasons the Nationals have beaten the Pirates 6 in a row. Jung Ho Gung here, 0 for 2 with a pair of swinging strikeouts. Foul tip on 93.
He's had trouble catching up to Gio's fastball today. I don't think he's picking it up.
One ball, 1 strike with 2 down.
See the body language from Gio Gonzalez, just kind of leaning like, yeah. Talking to himself.
Jammed him. The Pirates have 2 hits today. McCutchen, 2-out double in the 1st. And then Walker, the pinch hitter, and Harrison back-to-back singles here in the 6th. A walk to Mercer in the 3rd. 1 to McCutchen in the 4th, which was erased by the double play. Gio having one of his best afternoons to this point this season. 2-2 pitch. To short. Desmond right there. It's another shutout inning for a Nats pitcher. They have taken the Pirates' attack and just made them walk the plank all weekend. Is presented by authority of the Washington Nationals and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. Father's Day. Little rainbow action there.
There's magic inside that snow cone.
Look at that face. Dad bought it. Enjoy. Antonio Bastardo, 275 games over 5+ years for the Phillies. The Nats know him mostly as a situational lefty. And for the Pirates this year, 22 games, a 4.32 ERA, 15 strikeouts in 17 innings.
Yeah, fastball up a tick from last year at 92 miles an hour. And he is hanging tough. And the guy behind him is a big fan.
What a day for dads.
Perfect day at the ballpark.
So it's Span against Bastardo, and DiNardo for 6 career against him. This guy with the Phillies always really nasty to left-handed batters. So DiNardo has that 7-game hitting streak still on the line today. 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. We'll get you up to date on some of the Pirates' defensive changes here. Way outside. And Span will take it to the inside edge.
There's more than just a few changes.
Well, I've got 3 so far.
I got 5, counting the pitcher. So I win.
Yeah, looks like Andrew McCutcheon's off his feet for the rest of the day. And a ball out to center. And that's Marte, who moved over to play center field.
There's one.
He's in center. Gregory Polanco's in left. Sean Rodriguez at third base.
3.
And Chris Stewart, the catcher.
A lot of changes. Brent Hurdle getting some guys off their feet.
I'll tell you, the guy who really needed a blow was Cervelli. He's been out there every inning of this hot weekend until now. So they get him out of there and get Chris Stewart in there. We'll check on the batting order the next time the Pirates roll around. Yunel Escobar, 2 for 3, single, 3-run homer, and a fly ball to right. Escobar, career against Bastardo, 1 for 1. On the inside edge.
Escobar didn't like the call and kind of threw his bat up in the air and tried to catch it, hit the ground. That definitely got the attention of Sean Barber. But I mean, hey, these guys grind out at bats and they don't care what the score is. Escobar down 9-0, up 9-0, tied at 1. He's the same every at bat. He doesn't change. He doesn't give away at bats. He doesn't take a pitch off here or there. He's always grinding up there, a lot like the guy on deck. And Escobar can't extend for that one, 2 outs.
Pirates bullpen has been solid, way behind. Trying to save their guys to battle for another day. They're headed back home from here. So here's the box score, and a lot of this happened in the first inning. Escobar had 2 hits in the first inning, the single and the homer. Jose Lobaton, a big RBI single in there. And, of course, Bryce Harper got the party started after the Escobar single with a 2-run, no-doubt home run to right field.
Trying to stay cool. Got the glove. Perfect.
Inside, Bryce Harper 1 for 10 career against Bastardo with a triple, 2 walks, 7 strikeouts.
The guy's pitch right there. He's frustrated. That was supposed to be down the way, but Bastardo left it right down the middle. And Bryce had a mighty hack.
And Harper over to the left side of the infield, and that's grabbed by the shortstop, Shorty Mercer. The Nats go 1-2-3 in the 6th, but have a huge lead. Nine 10-0 Nats, 0-3-1 Pirates. Pitching, defense solid because of the good pitching and the timely hitting. So it's amazing the difference a couple of days can make. End of the Tampa Bay series, everything looks a little sloppy, everything looks a little rough. Team coming into town with an 8-game winning streak, but it kind of matters who you're playing when you have a streak too.
And a 22-year-old kid on the mound Friday night in front of a big crowd at Nats Park kind of turned the whole thing around. Joe Ross with the 11 strikeouts, and now all of a sudden, you know, one game being a big difference. Max Scherzer taking that momentum on Saturday. Now Gio Gonzalez here today after a 9-run first. And that's how you turn things around with the guy on the mound, and they've done it here in 3 games so far in this series.
This is Sean Rodriguez, who came in to play third base. 30-year-old infielder, originally from Miami, played at Coral High School there, and a .225 career hitter, and 6+ years with the Angels, and up till last year the Rays. Rodriguez against Gio Gonzalez, 2 for 6 career. And he steps in here hitting .264 in 57 games. So the guys who give up the fewest homers per 9 innings pitched at home since the start of last year. Joe Ross is big brother on that list. And Gio at the forefront. Desmond drops it, still has time. Not a problem for the first down.
You know, I'm not saying this is going to be the case, but I remember when Pedro Martinez was Ramon's little brother.
Yeah.
And the way Joe Ross has started his career, you never know.
Jose Tabata steps in. I think you heard it. He's hit a couple of ground balls today. One to Escobar, one to Espinosa.
You know, he was having the best at bat of the day.
He was
fouling ball after ball after ball off. He was on Max Scherzer. That's why that whole thing was just so strange. And if he did take that, it would have been a 3-2 count. And now you have drama. If you're Max Scherzer, do you just lay one in there 3-2 because you want the perfect game? Or do you throw a pitch to location 3-2 because you want the no-hitter?
Tabata with a base hit.
I mean, that would have been interesting to me. A 3-2 count with a perfect game and 2 outs in the ninth. And what do you do if you're Max Scherzer? I think we all know he probably just reared back and got beat with his best pitch at 97 or 98 right down the middle. But there would have been a lot of drama there, and I think we all wanted to see that. And I'm sure even the Pirates would have loved to see Jose Tabata end that thing with a base hit. He was having a good at-bat.
Yeah, I know somebody said to me this morning, well, what if they put him back in there after the umpire calls him back and then he gets a hit? And I said, well, that's the way things would work out. We'll never know. We'll take the no-hitter, and that's what Matt Williams said today. We'll take it.
Angel Hernandez called me back once. I leaned into one with my knee. I kind of got fooled on an off-speed pitch and let it hit my knee and leaned into the strike zone, and I was 4 steps down the first baseline. He said, come back. And I said, it hit me. He said, you didn't try to get out of the way.
What was the score?
I can't remember. I can't remember 3 days ago.
That was Thursday. Okay. Well, some umpires will make that call and some won't. Don Drysdale had a long scoreless streak going and hit a batter, and the umpire called the batter back, and Drysdale got him out. Sun Monster looking at Bryce Harper right there. Then he throws to first and tries to get a double play. That was tough.
The lower you get as an outfielder, you're just buying yourself a couple more clicks for that thing to come out of the sun. And Bryce Harper plays this as well as you can after losing to the sun. Watch him get low right here. That just gives you a little bit more time. And then gets up and throws a seed to Clint Robinson. Did you see the glasses all lit up right in the sun? And maybe just at the last second that thing came out. Extremely athletic play right there.
That's a gutsy play right there. And just as he throws it to first, the clouds come back out. Here's Jordy Mercer with a walk and a ground ball. Gio with a strike. Gio Gonzalez has gone 7 innings twice this year. It was back-to-back at New York May 2nd, here against the Braves May 8th. Matt Thornton getting ready in case Matt doesn't want to overextend Gio on a sizzling afternoon. Pitch count right now in the mid-80s. I tell you, you pitch on a day like this, it takes a lot out of you. 1-1 with 2 outs. Too short, Desmond. He and Espinosa have been flawless all day. And another 6-4 to end the Pirates' 7th inning. So Gio ties his longest outing of the year. It's our Hyundai 7th inning stretch. And we can't blame some folks for getting some shade on the concourse. It's all Nats. 9-0. By Land Rover, above and beyond. By Ocean City, Maryland, put your vacation days to good use. In Ocean City, Maryland, book now at ococean.com. And by Airlines for America, where airplanes land, opportunity takes off. Big crowd, 40,000. And 15 in the yard today. We'll tabulate the whole weekend for you, but it'll be up around 120,000 for this 3-game series. Don't miss the DMV's premier PGA Tour golf event, Quicken Loans National, hosted by Tiger Woods. It's July 28th through the August 2nd at the Robert Trent Jones Golf Club. Nats, by the way, are 4th in attendance in the National League at 33,645. And today's crowd's going to elevate that some more.
Everybody wanting a free t-shirt on their feet. He wants one. He just wants to meet Caddy. Who doesn't?
So with more on what the Pirate pitching staff has gone through in this series, here's Dan.
Bob, the Pirates came into this series, as we talked about, riding an 8-game winning streak. Over those 8 games, they allowed a total of 7 runs, including a bunch of shutouts in there. In this series, they've allowed at least 4 runs to this Nationals team in every single ball game. And obviously those 9 runs the Nats put up today in the first inning, more than the Pirates had allowed over the course of their entire 8-game winning streak.
And as we mentioned, those games were against Atlanta.
Well, like I said Friday night, there's 2 ways to look at that if you're the Nats. This team's on fire, or they can't keep up this pace forever. And the gaudy stats that their staff had in that 8-game winning streak, you just can't do over the course of a 6-month season every single day. So, yeah, it didn't look real good based on the way the Nats played against Tampa, but that's why this game, you're always 1 hit away, 1 pitch away from a streak or changing things up. And that happened Friday night with Joe Ross on the mound.
Yeah, so they had played the Braves, and they played Milwaukee, then the Phillies, and then the White Sox. So as FP mentioned earlier, it had been a while before they played a ball club with a winning record.
Yeah, June 3rd, last game against the San Francisco Giants in San Francisco, the last time the Pirates played a winning ball club.
Clint Robinson against Antonio Bastardo here, his 2nd inning of work. Bottom of the 7th underway, the count 1-1. Two-1. Well inside.
Close to getting him in a jersey.
Three balls, 1 strike. Robinson takes it right on the outside edge. And the count is full.
And he's on the pitch track. 9-0. Guys, will tell you, late innings, 9-run difference. You got to go up packing. Strike zone will change right or wrong. It happens.
They're playing a triangle and 1 infield defense here. On the big shift against Robinson, even though it's lefty-lefty matchup here. And Clint will try to go the other way. Polanco stalking that ball, and it's just not in the air long enough for him. All right, I missed it by 54 people. This weekend drew 120,054, a 3-game average of 40,018. So the Nats will be averaging up around 34,000 a game when the Braves come to town Tuesday night.
Love it.
Well done. Thanks to all the folks who came over from Pittsburgh. We'll see you guys later in the season. Robinson into the shift, and a grab by Josh Harrison. Tough way to go 1 for 4.
Good swing. Peanuts wrap up a fun-filled schedule this weekend in Woodbridge, and we'll be back June 28th through the 30th for Independence Day weekend. Enjoy fireworks, food, fun, a really weird-looking Wilson Ramos bufferine. That's a giveaway on July 5th. For all your ticket promotional information, visit PotomacNationals.com.
Nats will be back in Pittsburgh for a 4-game weekend series a week after the All-Star break.
Were you 56 over or 56 under on your guess?
I was under 54.
Oh, good.
So
then you win both.
Tell him what he's won, Johnny.
You win both showcases. You're within 100.
Yeah. I need a microwave.
If you were over, though, I was going to crush you. You need a microwave with both showcases? I mean, shoot high, Bob. Shoot for the moon.
Well, I don't need a car. Take a trip. I don't know. Take a game off now, you might miss a no-hitter.
That's why this game's so great. You never know what you're going to see.
Danny Espinosa 1 for 3 today. And against Bastardo career, he's 1 for 2 with a double and a walk.
Yeah, what people at home don't realize is you're doing the game on a long, skinny stick microphone right now. Just like the game show host that you are.
Swing and a miss. Bob Barker.
Yeah. Bob Carpenter, Bob Barker.
Greats.
Bob Barkender.
I think they tape like 10 shows at a time, and then they take 3 weeks off. That's
right.
a pretty good. It's a pretty good gig. 2-2 pitch. Espinosa can't get it. Danny 1 for 4 today. And Antonio Bastardo will now face Jose Lobaton, who will get a rare right-handed at bat this year. He's only had 2, and he has 1 base hit.
Got a nice day working 2 for 2 with a walk.
Done a great job of handling Gio. 85 pitches, 50 strikes. We saw Gio getting handshakes in the dugout, so we'll see if he's done after 7. I mean, this is mid-June in South Florida today, weather, right, for Gio. So he thrived in the heat and the humidity.
He did a nice job.
Target up and away here. And Jose Lobaton was taking a big rip.
Yeah, you got a couple of hits. You've been on base 3 times. No need to cut down your swing with 2 strikes. Feeling good up there.
This ball in the air to right for Jose Tabata. And one more chance to boo him before we go to the 8th inning. The Nats got 9 runs on 8 hits in the first. Nothing has changed since.
Pittsburgh Pirates 9-0 as we head to the top of the 8th. Nats fans help send Bryce Harper, Yunel Escobar, and your favorite Nat to the 2015 Major League All-Star Game in Cincinnati in July. Vote today by going to nationals.com/vote. Vote for the Nats up to 35 times unless you have some sort of code and you're a hacker. You could be eligible for a 50% off ticket offer. All right.
Changes all over the place. Matt Dendecker into the game to play left field. Denard Span will get the rest of the day off. He needs some time with the day off tomorrow as well. Michael Taylor. Clint Robinson from first to right. Tyler Moore from dugout to first. And from bullpen to mound, lefty Matt Thornton.
Yeah, fastball 94, breaking ball changeup combination. And you look at what opponents are hitting against Matt Thornton after his 25th appearance, 2.16 ERA. And the league hitting just 188.
Gregory Polanco is the left fielder batting in the 9th spot. And Polanco faces Thornton for the first time. And a bouncing ball pulled to the right side. I mean, the Nats pitchers, Ross, Scherzer, Gio, they've been so effective. A lot of the plays have been routine around the infield this series.
Look at that. It's pretty good last time I checked. 0.36 ERA, 27 strikeouts, and just 3 walks so far in this series.
Impressive.
Joe, Max, and Gio. Yeah, I go first name basis on guys that are dealing like that.
Here's Josh Harrison, base hit last time. 1-for-1 career against the Nats lefty Thornton.
I mean, what happened in this series is what you half figured would happen to a lot of ball clubs when they came in to face the Nats this year based on the rotation.
And Harrison another base hit.
And Mike Rizzo and the Lerners going out and getting Max Scherzer, signing to the big deal. And you're hoping everybody gets healthy and they all get together and start feeding off each other. And this is just the start of a trend that you're going to see a lot of coming up the rest of this summer.
It's funny how there was a little miscommunication several days ago about the first 2 pitchers in this series. Originally, it was said Scherzer, then Ross. They made the switch on Thursday. And then you're thinking, oh boy, the rookie's going against a red-hot team. Well, Joe Ross acted like he was the red-hot guy. Set the stage for Scherzer yesterday. And the Nats haven't looked back in this series. That ball guiding out toward right center, and Taylor! Tons of speed, a great reach, and balance at the end. 2 outs. This team's playing some championship baseball this weekend.
Yeah, I think the key for all outfielders that are good defensively is very simple, especially for you younger players. Be ready for the baseball every pitch. It's something that takes a lot of years of training mentally to say the ball is going to be hit to me, the ball is going to be hit to me, the pitch is in the strike zone. And when it is hit to you, that's when you get the jump that you just saw Michael Taylor get, because he was ready for the baseball. You know, people have asked me why Bryce Harper is playing such a good right field this year. I said he's ready for the ball every pitch. Denard Span the same way. Jason Worth, when he's healthy, the same way. You know, your mind can wander out there. You can start thinking about everything but the ball coming to you.
Chris Stewart steps in. The Nats let Harrison take second base. 9-0 game, defensive indifference.
Same way with infielders. The best infielders are anticipating the ball every single pitch. The ball can never surprise you when it's hit to you. That's when you have problems.
Pedro Alvarez for the pitcher if the inning continues. Chris Stewart replaced McCutchen in the lineup. Came in to catch in the 6th. And that's it for him. And the Pirates in the 8th inning. The Nats' total domination in this 3-game series.
It's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lights. In our Miller Moments, Escobar, he got this party started with the base hit in the bottom of the first, so there goes the no-hitter. And then came up again in the bottom of the first and hit a home run. So you're thinking 2 hits in 1 inning. Yunel Escobar might be on his way to his 4th 5-hit game this year. But so far, he's just going to have to settle for a 2-for-4 with a home run. Pretty good day.
Take it. Archimedes Euclides Caminero takes over for the Pittsburgh Pirates here in the bottom of the 8th inning.
Yeah, big
also have
fastball.
Desmond Taylor and the pitcher spot duo.
It'll go triple digits. And he has been a good find for the Pirates. He's throwing strikes. Pretty good slider and split to go with it. 31st appearance for Caminero. And you see the league hitting just 162 against the Pirates right-hander.
Strike call to Ian Desmond. First inning hit, couple of fly balls since. Ian 3 for 5 with a home run against this pitcher. And he is bringing it. Nothing but gas and 98 for the strikeout.
Topper's shutting WUSA 9's first alert weather. The only weather forecast that gives you the 3-degree guarantee. I like if it's free, it's me and I want 3, but get the area's most accurate forecast, first alert weather, only on WUSA 9 News. Topper might have told you that there was a huge thunderstorm coming yesterday. That was a good one after the game.
Wow.
I enjoyed that.
Sure glad that was a 4 o'clock game and not 7. Felipe Rivero getting ready for the 9th. And that went all the way back to the limestone. And a 1-1 pitch. Well hit. Taylor hooks one into left, and Michael A. Taylor has a 2-for-4 day. He just continues to keep his numbers on the rise. That hit will get him up closer to 250 on the batting average.
Well, like I said, he's showing his skipper that he wants to play every day, and he wants to be the left fielder. In the center field now, giving Denard Span a blow here in a 9-0 game, but he's done everything you could ask defensively. The bat's starting to come around, stolen bases. Making a bid for more playing time.
Tyler Moore in this series, 3 for 6 with a walk and a couple of RBIs, and he got his batting average up to 200. He is 1 for 1 against Archimedes Caminero. Up the middle, pitcher deflects, and that's going to make it a base hit. So Tyler Moore, 4 for 7 in this series.
Well, he was due for one of those. He's been robbed a bunch of times up the middle this year. And I'm trying to think of Daniel Murphy, maybe one up the middle on the second base side, and somebody last homestand robbed him on the second base side, or the shortstop side. So he gets one to deflect there, and maybe they do all equal out.
Never thought I'd hear a hitter say that.
Well, he still has a few more coming from where I'm sitting.
Yeah. Matt Dendecker still looking for his first base hit as a Nat. Was on the opening day roster, went to Syracuse for quite a while. After Span got back, he puts a charge into that ball out into left, and it's caught on the edge of the track by Gregory Polanco. Dendecker has 1 career home run, and that came 2 years ago with the Mets, and he hit that ball pretty well.
Anytime you got a guy throwing almost 100, shorten up your swing, let him supply the power. Good swing by Dendecker.
Escobar, 2 for 4. Escobar facing Caminero for the first time.
Escobar on pull mode the last couple of times. Anytime you see a guy throwing almost 100, you're just thinking shorten up, 2-strike approach, right back up the middle. And that's really simplifying it. It's not that easy.
Yeah. Dan Uggla is on deck because the pitcher's spot is the number 3 hole in the Nats lineup where Bryce Harper was today. Big swing and a foul tip. 101 miles an hour. Mercedes-Benz.
Well, that's a strong arm. My goodness, he can throw it. His dad named him after Greek mathematicians, Archimedes and Euclides. His father saw the names in the algebra book, liked them, so he named him that. And I wonder if he knew that his son was going to throw 101 miles an hour when he named him that.
Yeah. Yeah, put some math on that. Ground ball right side. Not exactly to the strength of the shift, and Harrison just does throw out Escobar. So now the Nats, after a great weekend, are 3 outs away from a sweep.
Pirates 9-0. Nats scored 9 in the first inning and are holding. Get in on all the baseball action with Matson. Text the word Nationals to 29292 for team alerts and chances to win exclusive prizes all season long, including meet and greets with your favorite Nats player. Again, that's Nationals to 29292. Look at Matt's doing the numbers for us.
Felipe Rivero.
Had the jazz hands going right there. I like it. Good fastball, 95-97. Breaking ball's a hard curve. Change up to go with it. 8 appearance for Rivero. 10 strikeouts, 2 walks. League hitting just 179 against the fireball and left-hander.
Pedro Alvarez will hit for the pitcher here. Top of the 9th rolls around, and a power lefty-lefty matchup here. Bangs the fastball to the outside edge.
Pedro Alvarez thinking, I had the day off against a lefty today, and now I get in this game and I'm facing a lefty.
And look at the dive! Out at first, Ian Desmond. Maybe his most spectacular play of the year.
Maybe ever. I mean, what an effort by the Nats shortstop. Up 9-0. You don't have to leave your feet. You can let that one go into center field. Nobody's going to say a word. But the big hop off the mound slowed the ball down a little bit, gave Desmond the big hop. And look at the ball kind of shoot on the dry infield late in the day. So that ball had some life to it. And Desmond goes Superman, leaves his feet, gets up to his feet quick, and a strong throw. My goodness, what a play by the Nats shortstop. Put about 4 stars by that one.
And Rodriguez hammers one to left. Sean Rodriguez on a fly off the wall. And a throw to second. And the ball dropped. Danny Espinosa trying to swipe that tag straight down. And right there, Rodriguez almost ended a Nats pitching staff scoreless streak at 24 1/3 innings, a team record.
Well, hits the bottom of the fence. And a good throw by Matt Dendecker, right on the money. Just that live hop we just talked about on the Ian Desmond ground ball. Watch this ball hit the dry dirt. It's been baking all day long, 90 degrees out, and I think that hop kind of surprised Espinosa. Good hard slide by Rodriguez. Good swing.
Jose Tabata base hit last time, and he's 1 for 3 today.
We always talk about the sun for the outfielders. The sun affects the infielders too on ground balls. Used to hate day games toward the end. No matter what you did as a grounds crew, that infield bakes all day long and it gets hard. And the ball has a tendency to really bounce like a super ball on it late in the game.
That's behind the runner. Look at that thing bounce into Desmond's breadbasket. 2 outs.
Yeah, that one did right there on cue.
We'll give Ian Desmond another star for that one. And now the Nats are 1 out away from taking a Pittsburgh team that came in hot and seriously cooling them off. So we'll see if it's 25 innings in a row going into the Atlanta series. The Nats had 23 innings a number of times in their history, but never this far. Corey Hart, the last hope of the Bucks. He's got a good curveball going today. That evens the count 1-1. Nats trying to go 4 games over 500. A game up on the Mets pending their game at Atlanta at 5:05. Low and inside, good smother by Lobaton. High in the air to left. That ball is way out of here. That thing is halfway up the blue seats, and that's the kind of power Corey Hart used to show in Milwaukee. That's his 2nd of the year, and there goes the shutout.
Yeah, put a serious charge into that one.
Pirates have hit the 3rd fewest homers in the league in front of the Phillies and the Braves. That was their 54th.
Well, it looks like we finally jigged something this weekend. All right. Tried so hard. Made it to 2 outs in the 9th. In game 3. And you just couldn't hold out.
9-2.
Look out. He's got it.
Johnny and Ray have a lot to talk about on that extra post game. Big crowd, 40,015 came to see it today. And a 1-2 pitch from Rivero. Hanging tough is Jordy Mercer.
Great crowds all week, and I love what Max Scherzer said to Massa Dan yesterday after the game, talking about how when they got up with 2 strikes, that he felt that and he was feeding off that, and it made him want to do it even more. So they've been into it from the first pitch on Friday night. This place was electric on Friday, even more so yesterday, and the same way today. It's been great.
And a ball hit to left. This one well hit. Going back, Dendecker. That's off the wall. So the Pirates wait until after 4 o'clock on Sunday to pull out the lumber. Double, homer, double. And the hitter will be Polanco.
I think that's going to get Steve McCatty to the phone, yeah. Jose Lobaton out to pump up Felipe Rivero. And there goes David Carpenter. Drew Storm still chilling.
Nine to 2 with a runner at second.
I mean, Rivero's credit, 9-0. He's throwing strikes. He's attacking the strike zone. It's not like he's nibbling and walking guys. He's going right after the Pirates hitters. They just put some good swings on him.
0-1 here. Fastball low.
And it's a whole different story if you're nibbling and you give up a few. He's not.
And that was a buckler of a breaking ball.
Yeah, a guy throwing upper 90s throws one right at you. Your first reaction as a lefty is going to be to flinch. That was a good one. Maybe another one right here.
He tried it. Sean Barber took a look at it for a moment.
Did it come back enough?
Two-two delivery. And a liner to left. Here comes Dendecker. And the Nats will sweep the Pirates. Well, yesterday they wanted the perfect game and got the no-hitter. Today they wanted the shutout. They got a 9-2 win. And everybody here will take it.
Great weekend at the ballpark. Nothing else to say.
A man of few words. And we'll be back in a moment after a weekend with a lot of thrills.